Guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've gone for Miss Marvel kind of colors today.
Love it.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Red. Yeah, I don't like red usually because I'm a Spurs fan. That probably means nothing to you, but I don't like red. So it's just for you. It's just for you today.
But that's purple.
No, it's red.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my eyesight's.
I've had this, you see, I just remembered I had this discussion with Benedict Cumberbatch for Doctor Strange and he couldn't decide what color it was. So now
I feel it's purple. But you know what? That kind of works for her powers.
And also, as a Spurs fan, you can say it's purple because then you're not, it's not the Arsenal color, and then you're all right.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's win-win.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Guys, congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
I was so excited to see this one, and I was not disappointed. So it's wonderful. This character means so much to so many people. What's it like for you guys to be part of this show that is a Marvel character? It's got all the things of Marvel, but it means so much more to people than some of the other characters. What's it been like for you guys to hear the responses and to be part of the show so far?
Just, kind of expanding our bubble is so weird because the way we shot it was, it felt like a little community, and now sharing it with the world is so cathartic almost, just seeing the fan response and seeing how comic book fans are responding, because as a comic book fan, I'm completely in love with the direction that we took, and just being involved in that process and seeing how we made everything come to life is so fascinating. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see the reaction after it comes out.
How about you, Rish? What was it like being part of this? Because again, it's maybe not the most, no disrespect intended to this character. Maybe it's not like Iron Man or something, but deep down in the Marvel lore, it has a special resonance for so many different people. Did you feel that making the show that it had that and was something?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so relatable on so many levels. I think Kamala's so relatable to so many people, and she resonates not just within a specific culture, but kind of across the board. Everyone remembers what it's like going to secondary school. I'm not going to call it high school. Secondary school, and struggling with the stupid things that we had to deal with at the time, and the insecurities and the whatever makes you feel weird. But I think most people can either relate to that, and if they can't, damn, then they're too cool for me. But, I think it's a really fun show, and it's really unique that someone who's so imaginative and has such a wild kind of thought process is shown in this live action series and brought to life in such an incredible way. And I have to give kudos to Iman, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just actually, while I was prepping for this, I watched your Zoom call with Kevin Feige, and I liked how they were all in offices and you were on your phone. I thought that was quite.
I was literally on my friend's driveway. I got out of the car and took the call, and they were all watching me, and they didn't know I had auditioned. So my friends were so confused, and I was trying not to have a reaction because they were watching me. That didn't work, but yeah, it was very so surreal.
Yeah. And there's a great feeling with this show where I think it was in the featurette where they talked to you said about what's what you do with what you have. That's what is important. What do you think? How important do you think a message like that is in today's society, given we deal with so many different things that 20, 30, 40 years ago were kind of unfounded? We didn't have the kind of pressures that we have in modern day. Yeah,
it's incredibly important. You're given so much power in your voice, and when you're obviously we have the literal power, and that whole metaphor is just using it to your advantage. Kamala has this innate desire to want to help people and to do good, and she can with her powers, and even if she didn't have power, she'd still try, and I think that just goes to show what a strong character she is, and her moral code, and that's why we root for a character, because of their humanity, and what separates them from the rest of Avengers. Who are they fighting for? Why do they fight, right? So yeah, it's Kamala's very unique in that sense.
Yeah, Rish, you echo that sentiment. We use what we're given, and
100%. Yeah, 100%. I think it's a beautiful mantra in a way, and having a moral compass is probably one of the most important things. So yeah. Kamala's a great role model for that.
Good stuff, guys. Congratulations on the show again. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
I hope it goes really well for you.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!